Dear Nick Nurse, you fired, or you should be fired. That was the most pathetic closeout game I never watched. It goes back to something I said long, long ago. The NBA is just not it anymore. We'll talk about that. The Knicks blowing out Philadelphia. The Spurs and Wolves are even. So are the Anaheim Mighty Ducks and the Vegas Golden Knights. We got George Power playing. We welcome back an old friend. And during hour 2, we'll have a few notes. Snowman in the Morning begins right now.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Mister, will you please wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
Good morning. Snowman here to all you Brock Purdy and San Francisco 49er haters. Shut up. I got to thank you, Shane.
I mean, whatever happened to the games where breaking 100 points was, I don't know, unusual?
There was one word to sum up the All-Star weekend.
Trays. Cause we take this job so serious.
Splash Brothers, yes. Ray Allen, replace him with Steve Kerr. Reggie Miller, yeah.
in the all types of blue hell.
On ass. Oh yeah! For the second straight morning, the girls aren't here, so I can raise a little more hell. Good morning, and welcome to the Manic Monday edition of Snowman in the Morning. Glad to have y'all with us. We are all over the place, but I'm not flying solo today. I got a few people to bring in, starting with this fellow.
Ladies and gentlemen, these are the random musings of
Victor Locke is with us this morning from Chicago. Good morning, my brother.
Oh man, so I've been saying I've been going back and listening to some of the older shows. I have to meet Tiny Tim because he came up with the greatest nickname for the Atlanta Falcons, the Mylanta Turkeys.
Tiny Tim's one of the best.
I'm going to use that.
Tiny one of the best.
I'm going to use that all season this season. The Mylanta Turkeys.
The Mylanta Turkeys. The first time I heard that, I couldn't stop laughing. Let's bring in another member of the crew. He has a power play. Promise is here with us. Good morning, Droid.
What?
Did you make sure you didn't put the carton of milk back in the cabinet and the glass of milk in the fridge?
I haven't even gotten the glass of milk. I'm not awake enough for getting glass of milk.
There's one more fellow waiting for us. I believe he's back. I'm going to wait until he's finished eating because wife gave the rule. He said he's giving me a thumbs up. Okay. He's giving me a thumbs up, but I am
Is the original crew back? Is the band back together?
Just a minute. I'm going to invoke a rule and keep to said rule, which is written rules, which are written right over me. No swearing because we are on all the radio stations today, and we are on Sports Byline this morning, Sports Byline USA. So we got to act like church. We can't cuss in church.
I don't know what church y'all going to.
That's for you, Victor. That's for you. That's for you.
There's got to be some story I'm gonna have to hear off the air.
Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna hear a couple of them off the air, my friend. And I think he got his equipment back in place, so we welcome back this guy.
Passionate.
Come after me! I'm a man! I'm 40!
Unflinching.
Let's go back to losing. Parking was easier.
Unrelenting.
They're not gonna keep him off the field tonight!
Totally.
This one has a chance!
Deeds.
That's not just a murmur, that's a full-blown fibrillation.
Dude, we're getting the band back together.
The band is back
Hey,
together.
what's going on, everybody?
Is your equipment good now, man? Because I know you.
To be honest with you, I have not upgraded a single thing, and it just happened to work today.
You know what's funny? I'm thinking about this again. Dietz and I doing the Green Bay game. It's 3rd and 6. You throw 7 yards. These are Dietz's words. You throw 7 yards.
Yes.
If it's 3rd and 6.
Yes.
Dak throws it 4 yards. And Dietz was like, Jesus Christ.
Wait.
Yeah.
This is where we
Can't make it up.
He was over there doing his little county count. Yeah, here we go.
Right.
This is where we have to begin, and of course, the big dog is with us on a new headset as well. What's up, dog?
It's back together. Oh my God.
I was gonna say.
I think on that note, we better get this show started.
I said, like, if Dog is back, he better be back when I get back.
He's back. Okay. So we'll start with the first game that's been announced for Sunday Night Football, which means
Dallas Cowboys playing on the first Sunday Night Football.
It means I get the night off, at least from the microphone. Deets and Victor will get together because it is Giants Cowboys, the first Sunday night game.
Wait, you're telling me the return of Cam Scatterboo is a Sunday night game?
Wait. Before we make any announcements, wait, is that in Dallas?
I believe it is.
All right. As long as that game's in Dallas, because I may be if it's in New York, I may be unavailable.
I was gonna say, remember,
or you guys may be doing the game, and I may be live on the scene.
Here's the thing. I think it was 2 or 3 years ago. He said, "I'm going to that game." Cowboys.
Yes, he did.
Giants.
Yes, he did. Yes,
what happened in that game?
It was opening night. It was opening night. It was Sunday night opener of the season, and Dallas won 40 to nothing or something, or 40-7 because they scored a garbage touchdown.
And we didn't even see Deeds for the next couple weeks. I'm like, did he make it out of Giant Stadium? Because holy crap!
And I'll tell you this right now. It is after being there and being there for an opening day game. This was an opening day, so everybody was 0-0. The Giants were coming off their first playoff game. They had a playoff win over Minnesota. They were coming into that season, and over 75% of that stadium was Dallas Cowboys fans. It is no longer Giant Stadium. I call it Cowboys Stadium East. It was unbelievable.
And that's what it is.
When the Rams went against the 49ers.
You took the thought right out of my head, Victor. You took the thought right out of my head. So it's not going to be the same in Dallas because we know Giants fans are afraid to travel, and I say that with all the love in my heart, but it's AT&T Stadium.
I mean, Giants fans are on the rise. I mean, you got to look at Cam Scatterboo as one of the reasons for that as well.
All right, if it's in Dallas, I'll definitely be on for the call.
Okay.
But like I said, if it's in New York, I'm gonna be in the stands. I'm gonna be in the stands getting thrown out again.
You're
thrown out.
Getting thrown out again.
Here's the best story of that night. So we're there. I went with my friend Rich, who's also a Cowboys fan. He brought his son, who's also a Cowboys fan. But I brought my best friend growing up, Duffy. He's a Giants fan. And that's why I brought him. I said, hey, we've been friends for a long time. It's Giant Stadium. You're the first one I thought of. He came. So I'm sitting with a Giants fan. Now, there's a row of us that are all Cowboys fans, right? And I got my jersey on, and we're all sitting there.
Yeah.
It's the start of the game, and I'm standing up. I look at the guy behind me, and I go, hey, if you need me to sit down, just tap me on the shoulder, but I'm going to stand for most of this game. And the guy behind me is like, you're good. I'm a Jet. He goes, I'm a Jets fan. You're good. And so I'm like, okay. So I'm like, all right. I'm feeling good. I'm standing there. The row in front of us is Giants fans, but I'm just standing there.
Are you kidding
I'm
me?
standing there cheering. And all of a sudden, the usher comes up. The whole row of us is Cowboys fans, and we're all cheering and high-fiving as things are going on. The usher comes up, points to me, and says, "Hey, the people behind you can't see." And I looked at him dead in the face and said, he points at me, and I pointed to him and I said, "I just asked the guy. He said he's fine. So you need to sit down. You need to get out." And he's like, "If you talk back to me again, I'm gonna kick you out." And I was like, "You can kick me out." I was like, "There's a whole row of us here. Get out of here."
Well, I hate to tell you, Deets, but you're probably going to be getting thrown out from what I've heard. It is in Giants Stadium for Sunday Night Football.
Again. Yo.
Yes,
you
it
know
is.
What? You know what? I'm calling it now. 50-0.
All right. So maybe if I can get the tickets from Sweeney, I'll be there. If not, I'll be on the call with y'all. But we'll see how that goes.
So you're telling me there's a possibility I may have to strap the headset on for Sunday Night Football after all?
I have to.
Because
you may, or you can use connection, or you can use some connections. If I can get tickets and we can get a press pass, then we have things working. But I got to check with my guy. I got to see if other people, as I'm sure other people here in Connecticut, I'm sure other Cowboys fans are going to be clamoring for those tickets.
Listen, I really want my bucket list now is to hear Deets make that call live.
Snowman gonna be in Giants Stadium?
Put somebody in the middle of the damn field.
And he throws it too.
If I know,
oh Jesus Christ!
If I know Deets, if I know Deets, he will warn me. This is how Deets and I have worked together for the past 9 years. He will warn me and say, "Get the button ready."
Mm-hmm.
Because when Deets and I first got together 9 years ago, he asked me, "Do you have a drop button?" What the hell? He said, "Yeah, what do you try not to do on the air?" "Oh, I try not to cuss." He said, "Yeah, I need that button because sometimes you're going to hear something so raw, you're going to have to bleep it out." Like, oh boy.
And what was the first thing you told me, Snowman, when we got on the air? Please don't get me kicked out of Starbucks.
Don't get me kicked out of Starbucks. I like it. For those of you that are tuning in for those of you that are tuning in for the first time, Deets is one of our senior NFL insiders and our college and our senior college football insider. The first time Deets and I ever got together in 2017 or 18.
Yep, 2017.
17. It was 17. First time we ever got together on the air to talk some college football. Deeds said something that had me cracking up so hard I was under the table. I composed myself. I put the headphones back on, and I said, "Do me a favor, Deeds." He says, "What's that?" I said, "Please don't get me kicked out of Starbucks." Well, as it turns out, not only did I not get kicked out of Starbucks, that wound up being one of our major sponsor deals. Even when I moved to Dayton, Ohio, that wound up being one of our sponsor deals because I always did the show from Starbucks. I rarely did it from home. So, Deets, you didn't get me kicked out of Starbucks, okay?
I got you some free coffees.
Not for
you got me some free coffee, some free tea, and a few times you got me some free food during that deal. Okay.
Speaking of this past weekend, actually yesterday. Speaking of, everybody in the chat, happy Mother's Day. Belated, but still. So we were out for Mother's Day. So this goes to Victor's story earlier about the Falcons because brother Tom is a Falcons fan. So we're at Mother's Day breakfast at Chips, the best pancake place in the world. And we get our breakfast, and the waitress, I'm wearing my Mets hat, so she's like, "Oh, I like you guys because he's got a Mets hat on." And I'm like, okay. And then she goes, "All right, now for the real test, football team." And I'm like, "You're not gonna like it, so don't worry about it." And I was like, I was just going off that she's a Mets fan, so I was like, she's a Mets fan here in Connecticut, most likely Yankees. Most likely she's a Giants or a Jets fan. She's not going to like that I'm a Cowboys fan. But my brother, she looks at my brother, and my brother says, "Yeah, I'm a Falcons fan." She goes, "Oh, I got you have our quarterback." So now I knew she was a Dolphins fan. So I said to her, "Oh, you're a Dolphins fan. Well, you can thank me because I fired your head coach live on the air."
Right. Right.
He sure did.
And so she goes, "Really?" And so I told her the story of how I fired Mike McDonald, and we went to break. And in the middle of the commercial break, Mike McDonald got fired.
Yep.
And I got a free bowl of fruit. I got a free bowl of fruit out of it.
You know something? That was the shortest break in 12 seasons. In 12 seasons of Snowman in the Morning, that's the shortest break I ever took.
That really was.
Yeah,
I remember exactly. It lasted exactly 45 seconds, and that was one of the longer breaks I had queued up, about 4 minutes worth. Speaking of break, we got one coming up in a moment. That was the shortest break in 12 years. Dietz had to open, and Dietz, you know I'm kidding around with you when I say this. Dietz had to open his whole mouth, not mouth, mouth, M-O-U-F. I'm purposely mispronouncing that. My mother would get mad at me.
Lebron. Hemorrhoid.
Yes. I mean, God rest my mother for getting me how to pronounce words correctly. And sometimes I would mispronounce them just to mess with her. But Dietz had to open his whole mouth and say, "When is Mike McDaniel getting fired?" 45 seconds later, while the commercial wasn't even done.
Yeah,
the commercial wasn't even finished.
You had the third package queued up, which is typically our longer package, and we came back from it. Oh yeah, by the way, Mike McDaniel gets fired. What?
And Dietz is crack. Listen, I kind of knew what happened when I see Dietz in the back room cracking up. Like, what? And then the notifications came flying across my desk that Mike McDaniel had gotten fired. I'm like, are you kidding me? Oh, geez. Let's take a break. And no, Shane, this is not the brown liquor. This was my coffee.
Thank God.
I do not drink. I do not drink. I never will drink. I haven't drunk. And Victor can verify this. I never have touched the brown liquor.
When was the last time you ever drank alcohol? That's a genuine question.
No, but the Bronzexuals may need it after tonight.
We'll talk more about that.
Don't talk about LeBron.
Shut up. We got that. We got that. I don't have any. I got a couple of specials, but I am holding them until Wednesday purposely. I was given the order by Dr. K herself.
I think I know one of them, which means I'm going to have to get the renovation company in.
Before she left this morning, she said, "I don't care how bad they get. You hold everything until Wednesday." That's a direct order from Dr. K. So with that in mind, everything that I have on that front, I'll hold until Wednesday. Let me go to a break because I'm getting the queue right now. We may see a playmaker. We may not see a playmaker. And playmaker, if he does come in, and I got the feeling he will, there's something he said, and I say that, and that happens. There's something he said about having NBA basketball playoff games on a holiday. And he texted me yesterday saying, I hate the NBA on Mother's Day. Back in the deuce.
Yep.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts. Oh, yes. The tradition, the pageantry, the spectacle, the history, the slut. Wait. I gotta rep my brother's stuff right. All my DMV soldiers, stand up! And welcome to the Commander's Gridiron Report. You want your commanders to be repped right? Well, D. Willie is your man. Commander's Gridiron Report. Every Tuesday at 11:05 a.m. Eastern, 10:05 a.m. Central. On the Sotoba Media YouTube channel. Music by J. Cool.
Where's my soldiers? Right side. Commanders. Where's my soldiers? Left side.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can be the black people.
As he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel. Cause we take this job so serious.
I'm on Alarm Island. Give me them cocks!
Okay.
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning.
I see how it is. By the way, all I have to say
Yes, sir.
is hopefully for tonight, James, please
retire LeBron James.
Oh my God.
The newest hymn.
He's one amazing athlete, but his threes can never cash. He can shove his scoring record directly up his James. James, just retire LeBron James, everyone.
I said this in chat.
Mm-hmm.
These guys are having a great time, and the surface is going to be jumping. But all of us have got bronzosexuals crying foul.
Listen.
No, they're crying.
Just a moment. 27. Let me do some little house cleaning here. 27 after the hour. Welcome to those of you listening via WJKS, one of our flagship stations in Indianapolis, Indiana. And also welcome to those of you listening over WBWS in Chicago, WIRU also in Chicago, and KJBS out in the desert. Now, speaking of crying foul, there's a gentleman who was crying foul.
Right.
Speaking of crying foul, there's a gentleman who's been patiently waiting for us who also cried foul. because there
More
was
like
a blowout
throw some flagrant.
in the NBA playoffs. Yes, flagrant.
Now, forgive me not knowing the brother. You got your mic, but I don't know who the hell you are. It's like you're in the broadcasting witness protection program.
So, Playmaker, a holiday has passed, and we're
I hate the NBA.
This is what you call a Mother's Day massacre.
Mr. Playmaker, how are you doing on this Monday morning?
I can't wait. I can't wait till 4 o'clock today.
You know what? You know what? I'm glad to have you here. You know what? I'm glad to have you here, Playmaker. Gentlemen, I want y'all to step back for a few moments.
Please.
And I'm going to say something Cole has often said to me.
Cole! Adam Silver, I'm going to need you to stop televising NBA playoff games on Mother's Day. They always like to say there are certain things, death, taxes, and a roach, right? But there's some things you can be sure of in the month of May.
Yep.
Mother's Day, summer's on the horizon, and somebody getting their ass whooped on Mother's Day.
And the Sixers got that ass whooped.
Who was the victim this time?
Philadelphia.
Damn, this one, I actually feel bad for Philadelphia on this one.
Why?
I don't.
I don't like the other assholes that we saw. Philly was trying.
No, they weren't.
They was trying.
Don't tell that lie.
Goddamn Knicks wanted to hit 18 threes in the first freaking half. It's like, I'm with Philly. What can we do? They just hitting threes.
They don't know either.
18 threes in the first half. Tied the NBA record, by the way.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And ironically, since y'all actually opened that door, it tied with the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Oh, God. Not the Cleveland Cadavers.
Y'all opened that
Last
door.
year's Cleveland Cadavers, no less.
We did. We kind of opened that door. Yes, we did.
Y'all opened that door, so
yeah.
You did it to yourselves.
Damn it.
Damn it.
Open door, insert foot.
And speaking of which,
yeah,
the team that got the ass on Mother's Day last year was the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. They didn't try in Indianapolis.
No, they didn't.
No.
Philly tried at home.
No.
It's just
didn't work out.
New York just. It's one of the Snowman. It's one of those you just say, you know what? I just shake your hand because good gracious.
Yep.
I just shake your hand because, but we ain't expect y'all to hit 18 threes in the first half.
Right. Absolutely right.
What do you do?
What do you do?
Snowman, now you can see what happens when Golden State was doing it to everybody.
Yeah.
Yes, I can. Yes.
What can Philly do? Like Philly's like, I don't know what to do. They won't miss.
They can't miss.
They couldn't miss yesterday.
You know how someone said they couldn't drop the ball in the ocean? This time the basket was the ocean.
Yes, it was.
So you feel Sixers fan? I'm sorry. Philly tried. Just the damn Knicks was on fire. And Miles McBride started it all.
Miles bleeping McBride. You got Bucky bleeping Dent. Just a moment. You got Bucky bleeping Dent Matter of fact, let me do this the right way. And I apologize to all the stations, including WQVZ, which picks up our show live. You got Bucky Dent. You got Aaron Boone. And now you have Miles McBride.
Boss, you forgot one. Bill bleeping Buckner.
Yes, Buckner.
Miles just want to come in. Well, they call him Deuce. Deuce just want to come in and say, "Oh, I just go 6 for 6 on threes right out the gate."
Oh,
right out the gate.
Oh, where did this come from?
Right out the gate.
Oh,
like, where did this all come from, man?
What in the all types of blue hell are you talking about?
You can see the frustration on Tyrese Maxey's face. Like, this is not how it's supposed to go.
Right?
This is not how it's supposed to go.
So in essence, Tyrese Maxey not only was crying foul, he was screaming.
What in the all types of blue hell?
He was screaming really foul. He was calling for a
That's
flag
for you,
on the
Chris.
play.
That's for you, Chris Bass.
And Joel Embiid, he's like, okay, I got to try whatever to get us back in. And then Nick was like,
nothing
yeah,
worked.
you can try whatever you want. Y'all ain't coming. Just go ahead. You can just do whatever. It don't
Sorry, Mr. Embiid, this is not working.
Joel Embiid ended up on his back more than Riley Reed last night. Okay,
bad dog.
Damn.
Bad
I don't know if we can say that. I don't.
Bad dog. Bad dog. Bad dog.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Funny, but you're not wrong.
Never said you're wrong. We just don't know if we can say that on the air.
Well, we just did. We just did.
Snowman.
Well, playmaker. You said to Adam Silver. You made your statement to Adam Silver about when to play these NBA playoff games. You want to know how much of the NBA playoffs I've watched on television?
Zero.
I haven't found a single thing about the NBA playoffs not a single game has been interesting. And we've had game sevens. We've had all this stuff, and I'm just like, I don't care. I don't care about game 7 in the first round. A first round game. We're only in the second round of the playoffs.
Well, here's the thing: we have one. We have one tonight, and if things go right, I want to personally invite the playmaker to a special service, but I know he's not attending.
Damn right I ain't attending.
On Wednesday.
He's like, no.
Playmaker has to be here on Wednesday. Just a moment. Let me complete my thought. That's if the reigning MVP and the reigning world champions take care of business tonight. If that's I'll save the rest. I'll save the rest of my thought. Go ahead, Playmaker. I'll save the rest of my thought. Go ahead.
Because when SGA and the Oklahoma City Thunder get rid of those Lakers. No, I'm gonna be professional today. Say Lakers. I'm gonna be professional today. You say Lakers. Somebody gonna be doing their own freaking service on next Monday.
Well, that I'm gonna say this: Playmaker gracing the halls of the city fifth. We need to see it.
So,
playmaker. Whether it's on Wednesday or it's gonna be happening next Monday, no matter what. Whether that's tonight or the next game back in OKC. The Lakers are done.
Oh, I know they're done. I knew they was done after game 1.
Yep.
I knew it was up after game 1. I said, SGA
are
scored only 18 points and y'all still lost that game? Oh, yeah, y'all done.
And they blew it. The Lakers are shaked, baked, whipped, dipped, chipped, chopped, and fricasseed. They're cooked.
So what that word be?
And the problem is, SGA ain't the one doing the cooking.
Nope.
It's
But
Chet Holmgren.
I definitely will say there was some questionable fouls.
Yes, there was. Yes, and it did not. And it did not go to Lakers' way. Yes, but
No,
guess what?
they
At the
did
same
not.
time, Snowman is going to laugh as soon as I say his name. He's going to laugh. He's going to laugh soon. I don't know about everybody else, but I know for sure Snowman's going to laugh when I say this man's name.
Do it.
DeAndre Ayton.
Oh, I haven't heard that name since he got drafted. But the thing is, I've always, I will say this. Hold on, I will say this. I've never really thought that the Ayton was. He's not a bust, but he's definitely not a superstar.
Oh no, he's a bust.
Yes,
This series, he's a bust.
He's
He's not a superstar. He's not somebody like Kobe. He's not somebody like Booker. But he's definitely not 0 points, 0 rebounds, and he's no Tony Snell, you know.
Hey, look, he's not Hasheem to beat. All right, at least he's in the NBA.
He's not Ben
At least he's not.
I have
At least
not
he's not in the G. At least he's not in the G League. All right.
Hey, he's not Ben Simmons. You actually see
Snowman,
him.
why
You
did
know
Joe
what?
open it? Why did Joe
You know
open
what,
that
Deeds?
door? Why did Joe open that door? Why, Joe? Why did you open that door?
Because you walked through it.
Why did you open that door?
Hold
Why
on.
did you open that door?
Hold on. Deeds, I love you forever for mentioning a name that was a bust before we even set foot to floor. The quote-unquote great Hasheem Thabeet, who couldn't run up and down the floor to save his life. And that was so evident in the tournament he played in with UConn in
Well, he didn't need to. He didn't need to. He didn't need to run up and down the court.
Listen,
All he needed to do was stand in front of the hoop. Stand in front of the hoop and block shots. That's what he did. And he got him the number 1 pick.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am sorry when I'm about to do DeAndre Ayton, but Joe opened that door.
Go
And
ahead.
since Joe opened that door,
But that being said, DeAndre Ayton, he's what? 21. He's not even 20. He's not even 22 years old yet.
DeAndre Ayton in 9 postseason games this year, 10.4 points
Do you
per
need
game.
the hot seat?
10.4.
Do you need the hot seat?
No, I
Just
don't
a
need the hot
moment.
seat. No, I don't need the hot
Playmaker?
seat. I don't need it. I don't need it. Just let me do it.
Okay.
10.4 points per game in 9 playoff games with the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
0.9 blocks a game. 1.4 turnovers a game.
Yeah.
You want me to continue on, George?
Hmm?
Because in 4 games, this series against
I see.
3 games.
I don't hear straight zeros though. That's the thing. At least
Against OKC, he's averaging 5.8 points a game.
Oh, OKC, yeah, of course. Oh, like the thing is, I will never deny OKC is a good team. Even no matter how much I hate SGA.
Guess how many
I will not
rebounds he's
deny.
getting? Guess how many rebounds he's getting against OKC?
How many?
0.1
4.8.
against OKC, and DeAndre Ayton was supposed to. Never mind. I'll complete my thought later. No, I won't. I can't help it. I'm not going to be able to help it. I'm going to send Playmaker into the afternoon. I'm going to send Playmaker into the afternoon, jumping for joy when I say this. DeAndre Ayton helping the Lakers.
That's a lie.
They said 4. I'm sorry.
Tell me why, because I'm pretty sure if y'all watched the game, because I did.
Yes.
On one possession, DeAndre Ayton got 3 offensive rebounds.
Yep.
Literally, taking a page out of Adrian Reese's book.
To the point where
Oh
you
my
can see
God.
JJ Redick go to the sideline, sit down, and say, "I can't play him."
Mm-hmm.
That's just that
He
bad.
don't know what to do
When-
with DeAndre Ayton because DeAndre Ayton don't know how to catch a freaking basketball.
When your head coach goes back to the bench and sits down, folds his arms, puts his head down,
Head in his hands.
and is so exasperated that he can't play a guy 7 feet tall out of the University of Arizona, which is why Phoenix picked him, and cannot play worth a lick.
Well, look,
JJ Redick would have been better off shooting up himself.
just look at his career. Look at his career. High school, he was just the biggest dude on the floor. Okay, he was just the biggest dude on the floor, dominated. He spent he didn't come out of Arizona. He spent 1 year at Arizona. Do you think Arizona taught him how to set up on the block? No, they don't run that way.
No.
Then he goes to the NBA where nobody sets up on the block anymore. So he's never been coached or told how to improve his game from the block.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're 7'1", I'm sorry, not everybody's Dirk Nowitzki. Not everybody can shoot 3-pointers. So if you're sitting there telling me you have this kid who's 7'1", you need a coach on the team that can say, this is how you play from the block. The Lakers don't have that. Lakers have not had that. He's never had a coach that's told him how to play from the block. And you can't coach that. You can't teach 7'1". You can teach somebody how to play though.
Mm-hmm.
And he's never had that. And he's never had to have that because he went straight from high school, dominating people, to the best team in college basketball, to the number 1 pick. And this is the problem with the NBA and the one and done situation is everybody, this should be a cautionary tale of, hey, should we take the guy who came in and dominated right away, or should we take a guy who's had a couple seasons and we can see, hey, these are the flaws in his game. This is where we need to work with this guy. This should be the cautionary tale of you don't take these guys number 1 overall if you don't know how to coach them.
And there's a lot of teams in the NBA.
Thank you.
And there's
open up the other door because your theory you can be put to the test because the Washington Wizards got the number 1 pick. And I have a feeling who they might be going to grab.
They're gonna grab the twin. They're gonna grab what's his name? Carlos Boozer's kid.
Cameron Boozer.
If they grab Cameron Boozer, that would be a mistake.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Because
I agree
what
with
you
that.
said, Deeks, applies to one AJ DeBonsa from BYU.
Mm-hmm.
Who should be the number 1 pick in the draft?
Yeah, I mean, there's no argument there. But I'd be shocked if they don't take Cameron Boozer. I'd be shocked.
They're going to go. Washington's going to wind up, I think, taking Cameron Boozer. We'll debate that after the break. Playmaker, go on.
So what D said, we're going to put that to the test when the NBA draft is here because AJ DeBonsa only played 1 year at BYU.
Mm-hmm.
And he was the best player on BYU. So, Snowman, you can put a pin in that. That's a future episode talker for you right there.
Yep. Already on it.
I do have a question. Since Playmaker is here and Deets is here, we were talking about this thing with one and dones, right? And my question is, how much of that decision gets taken away from these young guys because they are so young, but also there's like financial straits may happen in terms of it's financial straits in terms of like houses, stuff like that. Want to take care of your family, take care of your parents, stuff like that. How much of that decision gets stripped away of them saying, "I need to get to the NBA right now so I can make my money and help my family out"?
Not as much as you think. You got NIL now.
We can talk about that in the next hour. The NIL may be finished, but we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that later. But as far as financial concern, it should not be in their hands. It should be the way baseball has it right.
Mm-hmm.
If you're good enough to come out of high school, go to the draft.
Right.
Go to the draft. You get paid. You get the bag. You get everything.
Right.
If you get drafted and somebody takes your rights and you say, nah, I'm not going to the NBA, I'm going to college, and you go to college, you should be at college for 2 years. Just straight up. You're there for 2 years.
Agreed.
Develop your game, and then you can re-enter the draft. The same, and for people that say, "Oh, you can't do that," they do it in baseball. That's how baseball does it. If you get drafted out of high school, you can say to the team that drafted you, "I'm not signing with you. I'm going to LSU." And once you sign the dotted line to go to LSU, you are at LSU for 2 years. And then, if you're good enough after those 2 years to re-enter the draft, you can re-enter. And then it's year by year. Mm-hmm. If you don't want to go back after if you're 2 years and you're like, you know what, I'm still going to be a third round pick. If I stay for another year and have a monster year, I could be a top 10 pick. I'm going to stay for my junior year. You can go after your junior year, and then your senior year, you're stuck going no matter what. But you can stick around. That's the way to do this, because there's no reason to push these kids. Oh, you played 1 year of college basketball, and a lot of the times they're not playing 1 year of college basketball. A lot of these guys are playing half a year of college basketball. A lot of these guys are, they either get hurt, they miss large stretches of the year, and then they say, you know what? Why would I come back when I can just go in the draft, be a top 10 pick, get $15 million a year? Right? And the money is always the draw.
To Dietz's point, I offer the example of one Zion Williamson.
And that's a perfect example. That's a perfect example of what we're talking about. Remember the talk of that draft was: do you take Zion Williamson number one, or do you like I said at the beginning of the college basketball season, Snowman, John Morant is the number one pick in the draft. The first time I saw the kid, I thought he was it. And again, that was a kid who nobody knew who he was. He had to build his rep, and he had to build his way through college and learn how to play the game of basketball. Zion Williamson came in, dominated the game, and then had an injury, missed a whole bunch of games, and still went number one, and look where he is.
And then he blew out his foot in a rivalry game against Duke. You remember what happened?
Against North Carolina. Yeah, against North Carolina. But yeah.
North Carolina. Thank you. I was looking at that game in my mind and I messed it up. It came at Cameron Indoor Stadium against North Carolina. Never was the same. Hell, he wasn't the same. He wasn't his high school self the entire year.
Right. Yeah, I just wanted to ask that question because, like, I know that we talk about, you need to stay in college for at least minimum 2 years. I would even say 3, because you don't really get the full extent of like your game until you get to that 3rd year, in my opinion.
And it works. It's a double success. The NBA only gets improvement from if a guy stays for 2. And like Victor said, 3 years. If a guy stays for 2 or 3 years in college, he's building his brand. So when he comes to the NBA, people know who he is because they've seen him play in 2 consecutive tournaments. They've seen him play 2 seasons. They've been with this kid, and now you have a fan base that can follow him. That, hey, maybe I'm not a Charlotte Hornets fan, but they have a number 1 pick. And they picked a guy from my school that I've followed with for a couple years that won us a championship, maybe. And you say, I want to watch this kid. I want to watch this kid play at Charlotte. A kid that take it from me. A kid that comes to UConn for 1 year, plays and leaves. Even if UConn has a run like they did last year, that kid played for 1 year. I'm not following that kid because I don't care. I don't care about 1 year of basketball. However, if I see a kid do it 2-3 years, that's, hey, I've watched this kid for 2 or 3 years. Now he goes to the Portland Trailblazers. I'm going to watch some Portland Trailblazer games because I want to watch what my UConn guy's doing.
Right.
You know, and so it only helps the NBA to have these kids build their brand, and that's what the NBA should be focusing on. One and done hurts everyone involved. It hurts college. It hurts pros. It hurts the athletes. It hurts every single person involved.
Right.
There's a fellow.
Before I get out of here.
Yes, sir.
Oh, you're leaving already?
Take Deets off the screen. I need to see Snowman.
Oh boy.
Oh, you leaving already, Playmaker?
No, Mr. Snowman. Not from me, but did you get a message from somebody?
That would be me.
Did you get a message from somebody else besides me?
I did.
Mm-hmm. So
besides you, no.
Besides me,
I got your message.
You got okay.
Loud and clear.
Somebody's not happy.
Loud and clear.
Somebody's not happy with you in your Indiana fever.
Oh Lord.
What happened?
Oh. No.
Oh, look, he should be happy because you know what? He loves Dallas. So why is he upset? He loves Dallas, right?
Oh dear me.
What happened?
Oh dear.
But wait. Doesn't he love Dallas? Shouldn't he be happy?
I'll tell you exactly what happened. Odyssey Sims happened. I'll tell you exactly what happened. Indiana. Indiana. I'll tell you exactly what happened. Paige Becker's happened. I'll tell you exactly what happened. Indiana couldn't secure a defensive rebound for the life of them. They surrendered 14 offensive rebounds on Saturday. I'll tell you exactly what happened. The same thing that happened in the preseason. There was a stretch where Indiana went cold and Dallas got hot. That's exactly what happened.
Game. I know it's only one game.
It's only one game, but I'm
a
seeing
brother
negatives and positives.
It's a brother of ours who doesn't like a certain team, and that team got a victory on the road.
Well, wait.
You gotta win. Yeah. So I'm going to get cussed out this afternoon by a certain fellow who
yeah, I told you. 1, 2, 3, cap. 1, 2, 3, cap. 1, 2, 3, cap. 1, 2, 3, cap.
Playmaker, you know what I'm gonna do. I'm going to get cussed out by a certain fellow. I can't even do it without laughing. Who loves Dallas.
He loves Dallas.
I'm going to get it.
I'm going to call him out.
I'm going to. I probably. Just a moment. I will probably be working out because I got my resistance band here, and it's going to be beautiful this afternoon. So I'm going to take a few jogging laps around my house and get some laps in. But I am going to listen this afternoon before I get before I have Mariners Astros for Monday Night Baseball. Okay. I'm going to get I already have surrendered. I already have surrendered to Cole Johnson. I already know that
if
I'm
y'all
about to
listen
get
to
it.
what I said about the Indiana Fever, Snowman played it for y'all, and y'all, I am not kidding.
Yep.
I am
Let
dead
Stephanie
serious.
White coach. Let Stephanie White coach the team and let Stephanie White figure it out. Okay? Let Stephanie White figure it out.
You really think these armchair quarterbacks and armchair head coaches to do that?
Hell no.
They
Hell
should.
no. I already know that.
If they really want to see Caitlin Clark be the type of player she is, they would shut up.
Playmaker, you're right. They should, but you know they won't.
And this is why they don't get what they want.
I know they would. Look, I know they. Playmaker, you just took the exact thought out of my head. I went through it last year. I'm going to go through it this year, and I don't care. They don't know when to shut the. Give me this button.
Shut up,
honey. Forgive me. They don't know when to shut the bloody up. I was getting it Saturday.
Caitlin Clark and Indiana Fever haters.
Shut up.
Shut up. It wasn't. Look, I was getting, not only was I getting messages in the chat, I was getting text messages from folks who think they know the W, like Playmaker and I do. Okay? Oh my heaven. It was Saturday's game. As long as I have been covering both the Chicago Sky and the Indiana Fever, and it now totals 10 seasons. No, take that back. I've been a fan of the W since 1997. I have been covering them since 2011. So 15 years between Chicago and Indiana. That was the craziest game I've ever covered. And this includes Lexi Hull's splash dagger in overtime after Indiana wiped out a 21-point deficit. And Victor, you rode shotgun with me for that game. I cussed the Fever out.
Yes, you did.
At halftime.
At halftime. And they ended up rallying back and winning that game, I believe.
I cussed the Fever out at halftime. They get within single digits at the end of 3, go back down double digits, and I'm already frustrated. I was so frustrated, I was sweating. And then all of a sudden, with 6.5 minutes left, they wiped out a 14-point deficit, tied the game, and won it in overtime. So I agree with Playmaker's message, and I will play it every time I have the Fever on. Let Stephanie White and her staff coach the team, please.
Can you give the same chair to Taylor Marsh?
And I'll back it up with this.
Oh, we don't have to say that when it comes to Taylor Marsh, because he got dominant players over there now.
Mm-hmm. I repeat. I want to repeat a question that Playmaker asked me and Dre when Dre was on with this, but I will hold on to that for now. We got an ID to go to the top of the hour. But Playmaker, thank you for joining us. And
I'll see y'all this
love the fact that yes, 4 o'clock
today.
Is that the time?
4
Eastern.
3 Central here. So I'll
4 o'clock Eastern, and
while I'm in the gym.
It will be carried live on the brand new SMSN radio. Thank you, Playmaker. Appreciate you.
Now, forgive me not knowing the brother. You got your mic black. I don't know who the hell you are. It's like you're in the broadcast and witness protection program.
A plea before we go to a station break.
Okay.
There's a computer sitting over here that needs repairs. I know where to get them. I just have to get the capital to get it. All right. So if you all like what you see and what you hear, man, just help a Snowman get right with his equipment so I can not only help myself, but help the crew. You can start here by dropping us a Cash App donation at $ Tallman Dr. K50. I'll be on the air tonight with Monday Night Baseball with the Seattle Mariners and the Houston Astros. Clark Goodlow, thanks for joining. Like I said, Monday Night Baseball, Seattle Mariners and Houston Astros. Between this stream and tonight's play-by-play stream, I am looking to raise $200. That's the cost of what I will need to get my Optiplex fully repaired and fully restored, while my good friend Lazarus builds the beast of all beasts and the beastess of all beastesses. Those are computers for me and my beautiful wife, Jody. Got to go to a break. When we come back, the second hour of Snowman in the Morning featuring Jay Spivey, introduce.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text delete, 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 delete.
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the Sertoba Media and the Comey Media YouTube channels. Hey, Eagles fan. Join my man Cool McCain and a host of others as they break down every single game, every single week in an objective manner, and also from a fan's perspective as well. Remember, this cast feels just like you. Nobody likes you. And you don't care. Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles Elite Podcast. Every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and other podcast outlets.
From the hills of Santa Clara to the legacy of the stick, this is where red runs deep and greatness wears gold. 40 plus years of fan, 30 years in the booth, and now it's personal. The 49ers like you've never heard them before. This is That 49ers Show on Snowman Sportsnet. Hosted by Brian Snow, each week you will get a recap of the game that just happened and the game that will happen. All the stats, facts, and figures, all the fun notes, fan chats, and everything else you could put into 30 minutes. This is That 49ers Show on Snowman Sportsnet. Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central.
Cause we take this job so serious.
What are we doing?
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning.
I think this old baby will power through. We owe you an ID. This is Snowman in the Morning.
You're listening to WQVZ, 1700 AM Mission Radio.
Broadcasting live in your region, across our nation, and around the world, this is Snowman Multimedia. We need to see it.
And Father Ashanti need to go to hell.
It's really, in the end, basically a skill issue.
Here he is back in the shotgun, takes the snap, throws to Jesus Christ.
Shut up!
What game?
I'm on Long Island.
Give me them cocks.
Now get out my face, you thirsty bitches.
Now get out of my face, you thirsty bitches.
Now get out of my face, you thirsty bitches. Now get the hell out of my face, you thirsty bitches.
11:07.
I hate the fact that
I told Dietz I would
use a troll.
I told Dietz I would find a way to I told Dietz and I promised him I would find a way to mix in one of his classic clips.
So, Snowman, you called a bit of history.
I need to find the one where I said, I beg your pardon?
You called a bit of history this past Saturday.
What? How? Huh? What?
During the game that you called, Caitlin Clark is now the fastest player in history to surpass 1,000 points.
1,000 points.
250 plus assists and 250 plus rebounds.
Assists.
And not to be outdone.
And she's just kidding.
And not to be outdone, the other person recorded her 50th double-double. That being Miss Angel Reese.
Angel Reese.
So you can't pull this apart no matter what you do. But yes, Snowman called a bit of history. We came up being the fastest player in WNBA history to reach 1,000 plus points, 250 plus rebounds, and 250 plus assists.
Here's another piece of history that the Indiana Fever had Saturday, even though it came in a loss. Indiana and Dallas combined for the most points on opening day in WNBA history with 211. First game ever to have two teams with 100 plus points in the same game. And you can also see, and I'll talk about this later in the week, how dangerous this Fever team can be if these Indiana Fever wannabe fans would shut up and let Stephanie White figure it out, especially given the fact they were minus Monique Billings and Justine Passat on Saturday. And those are two of their sharpshooting bigs.
Right.
So, 43 games left in the season. Let her figure it out.
Now here's a little question.
Well, what y'all didn't get, and I'm sorry to the audience. I was screaming in the background during y'all's debate, during Playmakers debate there. What y'all didn't bring up is all these people that are getting on the Fever. These are the same people last year that said after the first game, after Angel Reese put up what she did in the first game, oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's only the first game. It's the first game, everybody. Relax with it. And meanwhile, a lot of us are sitting there screaming, no, we can see the cracks in the foundation.
Already.
These are the same people that are saying, oh, see, the Fever or nothing. After one game, it's one game. Let's put this in perspective, guys. This is like going 3-0 on your first drive of your NFL season. This is game one. This is game one. This is not even like, oh, we played bad for the first quarter. This is like, it's like playing. You played bad on your first drive, and it's not even bad. It's like you go first down, you get 7 yards. Second down, an incomplete pass. Third down, you run the ball, and you end up a half yard short on a first down. They scored over 100 points in game one. Like, if they do that, if they average that most games, they're going to win. So they're going to be fine. Yeah. They just happen to run into another team that could score. And that's the thing. These people are going crazy over the first drive of the game. Like, it does. Yes, everybody wants to win game one, but it's not a catastrophic fall. And Caitlin Clark, I was trying to ask this: how many minutes did Caitlin Clark play in game one? Did she play Did you play a full allotment? That's all that matters right now. Right now, what matters is Caitlin Clark getting back from injury and being able to play a full allotment of whatever her allotment of minutes is, whether that's 30, 35 minutes. If she can get back to playing 35 minutes a game, they'll be fine. They'll be golden.
said that, and I said all of that during the broadcast on Saturday. It's not a
I got
stream
a little-
anymore; it's a broadcast. folks.
I got a little trivia for Snowman because you cover
Yeah.
CC. Do you know how many rebounds that she's going to need to hit 300?
Tell me.
3. She's currently
Oh,
at
she'll get that Wednesday.
97.
97. Oh, she'll get that Wednesday night.
The thing
Easy.
is, right now, what CC and the FIFA need to do, they need to stay healthy. That's what they need.
That's
That's
it.
what's priority one
That's
right
all they need.
now. They can get the wins later
That's
on.
all. That's all they need. They listen. It happens. It happens to everybody that they run into a hot shooting team. And to answer Dietz's question, Caitlin Clark played 31 minutes. Caitlin Clark played.
That's the number. That's the number they should be looking at. They shouldn't be looking at whether it's a win or loss. She played 31 minutes. That's a win.
Correct.
That's a win. That's a win. You got Caitlin Clark for 30 minutes.
She played 31 minutes. She was 7 of 18 from the floor, 2 of 9 from distance. And they also need to look at these numbers. And these are numbers I looked at during the post game. Caitlin Clark had 20. Leah Boston had 23 points. And Kelsey Mitchell had 30. Need to look at those numbers because there's your big three. There's so many. Yes.
I can't. Okay, I couldn't remember if Sophie played.
She played 26 minutes, 3 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Did not turn the ball over, but she was hampered by fouls because she picked up 3 fouls in the first half.
Oh.
Yeah, that's where they got that. See, and that's where Indiana. That's where Indiana can say, "Hey, we scored 100 points, and one of our top performers only scored 3. So we got improvement. We can improve. We can improve on what we did. So to say, oh, Stephanie White needs to change her stuff up, they're fine.
Right. Well, it's like I said, a lot of fans.
Listen, Victor, what did I say? What did I say at the end of the game? What did I say at the end of the game Saturday? It's game 1.
It's game 1. Here's the thing: a lot of and we see this with a lot of fans. They're armchair quarterbacks, they're armchair assistant coaches. They're like, "Oh, you do this. It's game 1." I know you're good. I know you're gonna call the sacrilege, but I have to quote Aaron Rodgers. RELAX. Relax.
Just relax. Look, if you're in a game, and here's the other thing. Listen, Indiana had a shot to tie that. Indiana had not 1 but 2 shots to tie the game.
Right.
Dallas couldn't make their free throws in the final 5 seconds.
Right.
They had 2 shots to tie the game. Later in the season, when they see each other, or later in the season, I'm not even going to say later in the season, like a few games down the road, Indiana will win that game, and they'll win it handily.
Yeah,
you take all the lessons from this game, and you apply it going forward.
Think about it this way: how many game 1s did Michael lose? How many
exactly
did Michael lose?
How many? Here's another thing. Let's stay with that. 1991. You know the Bulls started 0-3 that year.
Yeah.
You know how many games the Bulls won that year? 61. And what was the end result? Who hoisted after the Bulls started the season 0-3 and then they wound up 3-3? What happened? They won the Central Division handily. They won the Eastern Conference by blowing out their mortal enemy in the Detroit Pistons, especially with a 21-point drubbing on Memorial Day. And then they beat the Lakers in 5 games. The Bulls started 0-3 in the 90-91 season. They started 0-3, and they wound up hoisting the championship.
Right.
So quit worrying. Let Stephanie, why the playmaker put it in? I got to play that message. Let Stephanie White coach the team, please.
That's all I got to do.
Just let Stephanie White coach the team. Let Stephanie White figure it out. Let the coaches figure it out. You can be a fan. I'm going to be a broadcaster. I'm going to call it like I see it. Now, Dr. K jokes with me all the time, and y'all have heard her say, "Did you call the game right?"
Call the incorrect.
If I say no, and if I say no, she is going to assume that her team is trailing, be it the Colts, the Fever, the Hoosiers, or whatever. Okay, listen. I had some people over the course of the weekend attack me because Dr. K said that. That's a running joke between me and my wife.
It's a joke. No one took that seriously.
I can tell you, everybody that has dropped by my chat heard her say that and heard her laughing at the same time. Get over yourselves. When she asks me if I'm calling the game right, and if it's a Colts, I'll give you an example. If it's a Colts game and they're trailing, she'll make that joke right. Oh yeah, she'll make that joke all the time. Everybody on this panel, Victor, Dietz, Dog, have all heard her say, "Are you calling the game right?"
Jen.
That's Droid has heard. Droid has said. Jen has heard her say. It's a running joke, y'all. Okay,
Yes.
Matt, give me this camera.
Give me.
Listen, give me this camera. It's a running joke, okay, between my wife and I. She has hung around with me for more broadcasts as a partner and as a life partner. She has hung around with me for more broadcasts than I can say for any other person that has been with me. Okay, this is a woman that has ridden with me through cancer and everything else. It's a running joke. Relax. Yeah. I mean, when folks who know Jody and I, like you guys who know Jody and I, when the guys throw that joke at me, I know they're kidding around.
Yeah.
Why? Because they heard Jody say it.
It's no big deal.
To all the folks that love giving me, to all the folks that playfully, Dietz included, that playfully give Jody and I hell, I love these guys. Okay, but to the folks who want to try to make it personal, go somewhere else, will you please? Go, just go somewhere else. That's all I got to say. Let's go on the Fanatics feedback zone. Damian Hernandez says, I think the Fever have trouble with Clark and Raven. They have beef since college. Damian, shut up.
It's game one.
That is not true at all. That is not true at all. Okay? They are competitors. Period. They are competitors. And according to Raven Johnson in an interview that I watched, Raven Johnson loves Caitlin Clark. Matter of fact, Caitlin Clark,
because they're on the same team now.
Under her wing.
They're not competing against each other.
That's true too.
Yeah. Right. They love play. Listen, those two love playing against each other, and they're gonna love even more playing with each other. Yes. If it was such a beef, then why did Caitlin Clark not have a beef with one Aaliyah Boston? Where did Aaliyah Boston play? South Carolina. Where did Raven Johnson play? South Carolina. And now they're teammates on what I think is one of the best teams in the league. But then again, it's Damian Hernandez who loves messing with us.
Like I said, it's game one. We won't know
All
any
right.
of that until later.
It's game one. It's game one. Take a break. Gonna need a break. My on-screen son is waiting for me. So when we come back, bring him back. Jay Spivey will be here, and we pay homage to a legend that we lost for Major League Baseball this past weekend. Yes. Back in the deuce.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I become a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts. Oh, yes. The tradition, the pageantry, the spectacle, the history, the slut. Wait. I gotta rep my brother's stuff right. All my DMV soldiers, stand up! And welcome to the Commander's Gridiron Report. You want your commanders to be repped right? Well, D. Willie is your man. Commander's Gridiron Report. Every Tuesday at 11:05 a.m. Eastern, 10:05 a.m. Central. On the Sotoba Media YouTube channel. Music by J. Cool.
Where's my soldiers? Right side. Commanders. Where's my soldiers? Left side.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze guard.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can be the black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel. Cause we take this job so serious.
I'm on Alarm Island. Give me them cocks!
Okay.
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the morning.
And why exactly are we putting that in the merchandise?
Listen, we got off LeBron Island. Give us the thunder.
Oh,
wow.
My God. Speaking of which, Snowman, I sent you the newest bump back.
I got it. Yep.
The greatest line
cutting it today.
of last year. We're doing our picks.
Mm-hmm.
He's asked the question.
Then I'll warn everybody right now, including. Wait, just a moment. Let me set it up. Including this guy right here. Once upon a time, when I first met this man, he said he would never ever quit. And Deets, I mean this very playfully. Then he finds out he's getting beat in the college picks, and he walks off the set saying, "I quit."
The greatest one. He's like, "So you're saying that there's a commanding lead?" Yep, the number is 12. It's officially locked. That's it. I quit. And walked off.
And he walked off.
That is an all-time show lore moment.
Yes.
And he walked off.
Now, in my defense, that was the same week that Notre Dame decided. We didn't make the play. We didn't make the playoffs. We quit. I was like, all right. I was like, I got to work this into the show some way. It just worked. It just worked out. It worked out perfectly.
Here's the thing.
That was the running joke. That was the running joke.
And it's still the running joke.
Here's the thing. That week I wasn't.
It is.
That week I was in the office.
You weren't.
I'm listening
you were in the office.
to everyone talking. A friend of mine is asking me a question. I hear and see that. I lose it right there on the floor. And they said, "What happened?" I said, "I think my friend just quit." And that's why I told him what happened. My friend starts laughing. Oh, so he pulled the Notre Dame too. I'm like, yeah, that was the joke. That was the joke.
Oh heavens! To the Fanatics feedback zone we go. Ryan McCoffey, the international supervillain here. Oh heavens! Damien says the Fever screwed up for trading for Raven, having both Clark and Raven on the same team. It's a huge mistake. I don't think so. I think that's an advantage. I think that's an advantage. But Damien, I will preach to you what I preach to the other fans.
We'll see.
Let Stephanie White figure it out.
Here's the
Do
question.
y'all think the Wemby ejection was justified? I cannot answer that because I did not see the play.
I did, and
I did not.
I'm on the fence about it. I mean, I could see it as a flagrant one because he did kind of rear back to throw it, but I think he'll end up facing a fine and not a suspension because he missed the second half of the game. So I think it'll just be another fine, and he'll be in the lineup for Game 5.
He better be. They need him.
Yeah.
Remember who
they need him.
Remember who this is. This is payback. This is payback for this is the Spurs. This is payback for the Suns. For the Suns getting their entire team suspended when they should have won, and the Spurs had nobody suspended, and so. No, I'm not going to cry about a Spur getting suspended in the playoffs.
I mean, how often did it happen back in the 90s?
I'm looking at the play now.
Just ask Amari Stoudemire how he feels about it. I'm sure he's okay with it.
Just ask Tim Duncan.
If anything,
getting ejected for laughing.
Just ask Tim Duncan. Just ask David Robinson. You know what? I'm looking at the play now. You know what? Flagrant one, yes, and you keep him on the floor.
Yeah.
Flagrant one is what I think. Did it warrant an ejection? I'm gonna say no. It may. I understand why Dog is on the fence about it, but flagrant one, yes, because you do not, even especially after the whistle is blown, you do not throw an elbow like that.
Not throw. Yeah.
You do not throw an elbow like that.
I gotta ask Dog,
so flagrant one, yes.
I gotta Dog, did you receive permission from the Queen to be on the fence?
I built the bitch. Relax.
I built the bitch. I love it. But yeah, I'm kind of game 5 is tonight. No, check that. Game 5 is Tuesday.
Oh, okay. So it's tomorrow.
So the Knicks are done. They're on their way to the East Finals. They await an opponent between the Pistons and the Cavaliers, and I believe that's 2-1 Pistons heading into tonight because for some reason James Harden decided to show up this weekend.
He decided not to be Sharman.
Trust me when I say Dorsey was about 5 minutes away from wanting to beat him up.
Wait, say again, Droid?
I said Shorzy was about 5 minutes away from wanting to beat him up.
Put him in the boards, bro.
Put him in the boards, bro.
And the thing is, Cletus, he would have put him in the wall.
Oh no.
Oh no, Durrell.
You know what?
But then, but to answer this whole question, Wemby is French anyway, so he should be suspended just for that.
You ain't right, dude.
Wemby is French. He should be. No, he should be just for being French.
Wemby is French. He should be.
Oh man.
Oh gosh. That's a joke that will never die. Be it on cartoons, be it on sports talk radio. That's a joke that will never die. 32 after the hour, and we just got our question today. What do you guys think? Should Wemby have gotten ejected for his flagrant fouls? Some of us are on the fence. Some say yes, some say no. I'm gonna get better at putting this on the I'm gonna get better at putting this in the YouTube poll. That's the number. That's the thing I was looking
Damien,
for.
you
And speaking
are
of
not
looking for,
right.
I was looking for.
I saw that.
Damien,
What did
you
he
are
say?
not
What
right.
did he say now?
That fence is built around Alarm Island.
That fence is built around Alarm Island. Yeah, it is. That fence has long since been built around Alarm Island. And everything in it. I won't repeat the phrase.
Hey Shane, remind us. What island are you on?
I won't.
No.
It's on a T-shirt that's coming out.
Oh.
That's what island I'm on.
So okay, so we
Mhm.
got,
and that's I owe dog an update.
Yes.
I can't. You know what? They've played 10 games. They've won 8 of them. How they lost 2 to the Atlanta Hawks, I don't know. The Mylanta Hawks, I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no clue. I've absolutely no clue how they lost to the Mylanta Falcons.
Okay, so what's this update?
Oh, shut up. I'm gonna put Shorzy. Listen, Shorzy is not gonna put anybody into the wall. I'm gonna put Shorzy into the wall. No, change that. I'm not gonna put Shorzy into the wall. I'm gonna put him through the wall.
into the boards.
I'm gonna put
Into the
Shorzy
board.
through the wall. Somebody's waiting for us. Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm all right. How are you guys?
Good morning, Mr.
What's
Spivey.
up, Jay?
We lost a legend this past weekend as the legendary manager of both the Blue Jays and the Atlanta Braves, Bobby Cox, passed away at age 84. Jay, I see the floor to you. Your thoughts on one Bobby Cox?
I believe I told you this on Saturday. What did I tell you about what happened when I found out? Do you remember?
You were a very sad Braves fan.
I'm still on vacation. I was eating lunch in a restaurant, and I found out, and I started sobbing while I was there.
Yeah.
Bobby was beloved by his players, the staff, and you still, to this day, the best players, Chipper, Manic, Glavin, Smoltz, just loved him. Loved him. And those were the glory years. And I watched them almost every day and night on TBS for the most part. And to lose both him and Ted Turner on the same day. Same week.
It's been horrible for Atlanta.
Same
week.
And a lot of people don't realize this, but John Sterling was a Brave too for a while. So they all three of them.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
Same week.
John Sterling, I believe for about 10 years, called Atlanta Braves games and Atlanta Hawks games. He was one of the original voices for TBS Sports. Just a moment, Deeds. He was one of the original voices for TBS Sports talking about John Sterling up until he got the call to head home to his New York Yankees and be their radio voice in 1989. And if there's a wacky game that John Sterling called, I got two words for Jay Spivey, and he knows it. Yep, he knows the name I'm going to mention, and that name is Rick Camp.
Yes, sir. It's one of the
if there was ever, and I don't,
you'll ever see.
Yep. He was with, and John was with Ernie Johnson Sr. on that call, was he not?
I believe you are correct. Yes, sir.
The Braves were down to their last strike. Let me describe the game here for you. The Braves were down to their last strike, only to have John Sterling
Wait a minute now.
utter the words.
We're not talking about just
if he
ninth
hits a
inning
home
here.
run.
We're not talking about just the ninth inning here. We're talking about well into the night here.
Well into the night.
It was nearly
This is like
what?
3 in the morning.
4:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And they're in the 18th. They're in the 18th inning. They were in the 18th inning
On 4th of July night.
And John Sterling on the 4th of July. Yep, on the 4th of July, 1985, they were in the 18th inning. And John Sterling, I'll never forget it, says, well, if he hits a home run here, this will be certified as the wackiest game in history.
And what happens?
You saw the Mets catcher who I believe, I don't know if it was Gary Carter. I don't know if they pulled him to get him rest or whatever, but you saw the Mets catcher waving the outfield in because Rick Camp was pinch hitting.
It was Gary Carter.
Because Rick Camp was pinch hitting. So it was Gary Carter.
Yes, he played.
Who was the catcher? It was the kid. It was the kid, Gary Carter. Waving the outfield in. Everybody was coming in. And then Rick Camp hits it out. And John Sterling loses his mind on the air.
Yep.
And then after the game was over, they actually shot the fireworks.
Yes, they did. That was at old Fulton County Stadium in Atlanta.
That's correct.
That's the best. Yep, that's the best part. They still had the fireworks show.
What'd you say? 4:30 in the morning.
Just about.
Yeah.
Just about 4:30.
Hey Jay.
Yes.
I know. You just said, oh, you were on vacation in a public restaurant when you heard the news about Bobby Cox.
Yeah.
The more appropriate reaction would have been, oh, I'm not going to say it, but if you had dropped an F-bomb, that would have been totally Bobby Cox. But the best thing about Bobby Cox was they could not mic him up in the dugout because he dropped F-bombs constantly. Constantly dropping F-bombs.
One thing's for sure, Bobby Cox's ejection mark will never be broken.
No.
156 games.
No.
Never be
How many
touched.
times Lupinella tries. No matter how many times Lupinella tried.
Nobody will come close to that.
No matter how many Lupinella tries, he'll never reach that.
You know, Lupinella. You know, the two managers that I think you could never mic up were Tommy Lasorda and Bobby Cox.
Right.
And you know, they never.
The two
really
managers you
malice
can never
about it.
mic up were Tommy Lasorda and Bobby Cox.
They never meant any malice about
Sorry,
it.
Snow Crew. I got the munchies, so I'm getting food.
All right.
I'm getting Spangles. Never had Spangles.
Yeah. But yeah, Bobby Cox was infamous. He was infamous
Cox,
for dropping F-bombs casually.
Yep.
Dropping random F-bombs. But he was one of the greatest managers to ever manage in the game.
Absolutely.
Ever.
Absolutely.
And not many people know this, but the first team that he one of the teams that he managed all the way to a league championship series was the Toronto Blue Jays.
Right.
Managed
And
them
don't
in
forget, he was a player.
1985.
Bobby played too.
He did.
Played for the Yankees.
He did.
Yeah.
But I cannot come up with the words on what he meant to the game, what he meant to the players that he managed. And like you said, Jay, he was absolutely beloved.
Well, I had the
Inmates, not just by players, but by not just by the players he managed, but by Major League Baseball.
Right.
Well, I don't often do this, but I'm going to name drop here. I had the opportunity to interview Chipper about 8 or 10 years ago when his book came out. And I asked him about Bobby. I asked him about Bobby, and he just gushed over him. They all loved him. They just loved him.
I mean, Bobby Cox was one of those personalities that transcended sports because there was times where when NASCAR was in Atlanta, Bobby and Chipper would be sitting in Dale Sr.'s pit, of all places. So, Bobby wasn't afraid to mix it up with everybody.
Yep.
Oh, boy, guards.
So.
And trust me on this one, since I've dealt with it in my own family. Ever since Bobby had that stroke, he was never the same.
Right.
No, he wasn't.
He just was not the same after he had that stroke.
Bobby Cox is one of the only people, and I'm sure we could go back and probably research this. I'm going to say it's the only one I've ever seen. He's the only manager I've ever seen get ejected from not even step out of the dugout. He got ejected from the bench
all the time. All the time.
Right.
He never left. He never left the bench, and he got thrown out of the and got ejected.
They have their. I'm assuming at some point this week, they're coming back home after a long road trip tomorrow. So I'm assuming they'll do something nice for Ted and for Bobby.
Yeah. I mean, Ted's the reason I figured out I started watching TBS because I heard about him, and then CNN came into my life. Thank you to WFLD for airing CNN. And who was the first television voice for CNN? James Earl Jones.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You already know.
This is CNN.
You guys already know where I'm going when it talks about Ted Turner, billionaire Ted, a guy who took a regional organization like World Championship Wrestling, made it into
turned it into a powerhouse,
a conglomerate. I'm talking about
turn it into
something
a powerhouse.
I would watch. TNT was Monday night for me because Nitro.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now here's the thing. A lot of people don't realize, but early 80s through till about 2000, TBS also broadcasted NASCAR.
Yeah, I remember
that. They had a couple of races in the early 80s, and then it picked up through the 90s. Jeff Gordon's first win, 1994 Coke 600, TBS.
Matter of fact, TBS was there for what was the first day. TBS between TBS and TNT. TBS aired college basketball, and I need to make a correction on myself. The first one of the biggest college basketball games that I watched was on TBS. Was 1983, featuring Ralph Sampson in Virginia and Patrick Ewing of Georgetown.
Right.
Never heard of him.
And that was a rush. and that was a last-minute decision. Hold on. That was a last-minute decision for TBS to pick that game up because it sold out quick.
Yeah.
The Capitol Center, and it was in the Capitol Center. So they got a crew to the Capitol Center. Skip Carey called that game. Bob Neal was the pregame host for, I think it was Bob Neal who was the pregame host for it. But you can tell that was a last minute decision for TBS to pick it up because it was not only was it the most popular game in the area, but It was the most popular game in the country.
Well, I'm glad
you had number
you
1 Virginia and number 3 Georgetown.
Snowman, I'm glad you brought up Skip Carey because a lot of people don't realize this, but Ted Turner brought Skip Carey over to call the Hawks games. Because he did the St. Louis Hawks game before he came to Atlanta. And then he became obviously one of the voices of the Braves.
And I mean, you look at it this way. Ted Turner actually sponsored a NASCAR Cup car in '98 and '99 with Mellon because of Cartoon Network, because of Dinner and a Movie, all the stuff that CBS was doing. Ted Turner financed Mellon Racing in 1998 and 1999.
And look what he did for the NBA.
Yeah. Oh,
yes.
NBA on TNT.
TNT. Look how that changed basketball.
The boys talked about it during their pre-show after Turner's passing. They talked about that. Yeah.
Yeah. The NBA on when TBS and TNT started airing national NBA games, it changed how the NBA was aired.
Right.
It changed it because you couldn't find a game, and you couldn't find a game anywhere on cable unless it was your team in your area. Period.
Yeah. Well,
then
was always a big thing.
You get. Yeah.
And it kind of changed. He also kind of changed how the NFL's watched too, because like we talked about last week, there were NFL games on TNT on Sunday nights and Thursday nights.
Knocking.
Yep. They for about 8 years, ESPN and TNT split these Sunday night games. And speaking of football games, this pretty Empress is going to help us pick a game this year.
There she is.
Oh, no intro?
She
Come
keeps lying to
on.
us saying,
Hello,
I don't have it on me.
All right, who's been messing in the truck this time, then?
I don't have it.
Who's been messing in the truck?
That would be me, because I've been cleaning. I've been trying to clean
Snowman.
out the truck.
Snowman.
The Empress is here. Jay
Snowman.
Spivey is with us. Yes.
Snowman, you use it on everyone. Now it's our turn to use it on you. You fool!
Mrs. Spivey, I do have a question.
Yes.
So earlier we were talking about the situation we were talking about with these young kids, the one and dones and all that. What would you say would be like the minimum amount of time before someone could declare for the draft? Dee's had a great idea of like doing how baseball does it, where even if you get drafted in high school, you can say, no, I'm going to go to college for a bit, but you're in for 2 years. That's the
I'm okay with that. That's fine. That's perfectly fine with me. I would have said 2 years up until recently,
because
I think 2's fine.
I'm old and I'm old school. I was thinking 3 years.
I just don't think that'll pass.
I was thinking,
I'm
I was
willing to
thinking
give up
3
something.
years.
I'm willing to give up something to get that.
I think 3 years. I think 3 years is good in baseball. In basketball, that's an eternity.
Yeah, there's no way. No way.
So you think 2 years would work for basketball?
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. Okay.
Think about it, Derrick Rose only was in for 2 years.
Derrick Rose only played 1 year at Memphis.
I thought he played 2.
1.
So in a sense, he was a one and done.
He played 1 year at Memphis. Yeah, he played 1 year at Memphis, reached the national championship game, which Memphis nearly won, but Kansas doing Kansas things, like trailing the entire game and then finding a way back and then winning it in overtime.
Like throwing touchdowns instead of throwing 3-pointers.
You mean Kansas didn't care about beating their semifinal winner?
No, Kansas wanted the big trophy.
Yeah,
right.
Like normal people do.
That was the Memphis. That was the Memphis game. That was the Memphis game where Derrick Rose missed both free throws.
Yep.
Yeah, most people I know want to win
at the end of the game.
They don't care about winning the semifinal game.
All he had to do was Derrick Rose was at the free throw line with two shots. All he has to do is hit one, and the game is over. Misses both. Jacques Vaughn goes down, hits the game-tying 3. It goes to overtime.
It's like, oh, you guys won the championship.
And
Yeah, we don't care about that. Do we beat Duke? Do we beat Duke?
You know, that night, I will tell Jay this story. The night of that championship game, April 4th, 2022, is a big date for me. I didn't mind missing the national championship because I was busy having cancer cut out of me.
Man, you just brought me back by saying that date.
What?
You just brought me back saying that date, Snowman.
April 4th.
I only saw the score.
I was still in uni on that day. I was still a uni student then.
Oh.
I was in my last year of uni. I literally just debuted as a VTuber like less than a month prior.
Nice. Wow. Very nice. So with that date, I only saw the score twice. When I woke up from surgery, I had enough strength to look up the halftime score, and I saw North Carolina leading. My wife looked at me and she says, "You okay?" "I'm fine. I see you. I see my in-laws. I'm going back to sleep." I woke up later that night after everyone left, and I said, "I bet you Kansas came back and won the game." I looked up the score, and sure enough, Kansas came back and won. Because these North Carolina fans, Jay, I put it in your intro. We will continue to say it aloud, and if a certain person hears me, I don't care. They're wine and cheese fans. They don't care about national championships anymore, man.
They beat Duke. That's all they care about.
They still say it to this day that they don't care about beating Kansas that year.
Wow. That's horrendous.
I don't understand that mentality.
That they're still saying it to this day.
Still saying
that they don't care about beating Duke.
A number of
they don't care about
told me that.
Kansas. Oh my gosh,
that's insanity. I better not ever hear. I better not ever hear a Cowboys fan say, "We don't care about going to the Super Bowl. Do we beat Washington?"
Exactly.
I will kindly and politely ask Jen for a couch before I chuck it at somebody.
No, man, speaking of, we saw who the first Sunday night game is this year.
Yay. Yep, Sunday night.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier.
Cowboys and Giants.
Cowboys
and we might have
Cowboys at
the
the Meadowlands.
We might have someone undercover at
We might have someone on scene. And saluting us with a beer.
Yep.
Yeah, in Giant Stadium. That'll be awesome.
Wait a minute. Saluting us with a beer? What?
Is that a Don I heard?
But here's the thing.
Yes, it is.
Here's the thing. This is for Jay, and this will be our last one before we get out of here. Jay, can you equate them putting Cowboys and Giants on Sunday Night Football to something you have said all the time, especially in the last 2 years you've been with us, to putting the Yankees and the Red Sox on Sunday Night Baseball when at the time that Jay said this, these were 2 third-place teams?
I told a friend of mine this last night. Now, obviously, ESPN's cut back its baseball coverage. They go into kind of a midweek kind of framework. I don't know if you noticed or not, but ESPN's getting after it, barely showing any games at all. Thursday night, they had a game. Their first game was, of course, Rays at Red Sox. Now,
Rays,
last
Red Sox,
night on Peacock, the game that was on Peacock last night would have never been on ESPN. It was Tigers at Royals, which is what
Tigers Royals
spreading it around. Now you look.
Yeah.
ESPN's going to show nothing but Yankees, Mets, Red Sox, Cardinals, Giants, Dodgers, pretty much.
Okay.
But you're right, Snowman.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty
all
much
all
when
their
the Yankees and Red
premier
Sox play, they're on all the time.
Well, we have to get the rest of the schedule before we jump to the conclusion of, oh, they put it on there because it's Cowboys, because it's the Giants, because it's in New York. We have to see the rest of the schedule because we know Seattle is playing Wednesday night. We know 49ers Rams, you're already taking two of the best teams. They're playing Thursday night or Friday night. Because they're playing the international game. So you're already taking them out of the equation. So then we have to see what the rest of the schedule is, because I'm sure if there are any other good team, like I'm sure the Patriots, whoever the Patriots are playing, I'm sure that's protected by CBS. I'm sure Fox protected whoever the next best. And I'm sure they have the first Eagles game as being their protected game. So that's already what 2, 4, 6. That's already 12 teams out of the equation. Now you got to find another game. Now you got to find another game.
Monday night's going to get a good game, I suspect. And
Monday's going to have two. Monday's got 2 games. It's opening night. Monday's going to have 2 games.
It's just
is it just one? All right, because they've been doing 2 for a long. They've been doing 2 for the longest time.
And they're doing and then the Cowboys are quite often on either.
They're going to have points of the year.
Wait, say again, Mr. Spivey?
The Cowboys are quite often on either Thursday night or Sunday.
They're going to be.
Oh.
And
there's going to be a
not-
couple of
and
times
let's
where
not
Monday
forget
night.
Let's not forget it's John Harbaugh's first game as coach too.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's all of that. There's all of that there.
But
that it just sets up. But we have to see what the rest of the schedule is. If there's another game out there that we find more interesting, then we can talk. Then we can talk about them setting it up. Right now, just blindly.
All right,
blindly it looks weird, but when we see the schedule, we'll be able to dive into that more.
All right. Well, that's going to be this is probably going to be Friday.
And when the schedule comes out,
Thursday.
we will.
That's this Thursday.
Thursday.
Well, when the schedule comes out, when the schedule comes out, we will take a deep dive into that. Jay Spivey joining us as he does each and every week, offering his thoughts on sports. Jay, thank you very much, buddy. Thanks for hanging with us.
All right, go.
That's a primer for Friday because the schedule comes out. And
a little late for that.
By the way,
a little late.
Well, not
now,
really.
Now it's complete.
Yeah, because we're about to head out.
We
aren't
were
we?
in the midst.
Go ahead,
I didn't want to play the intro when we were in the midst of the other conversation. That's why I brought you in really quick. Now,
better late than never.
Now, while we're getting ready to get out of here, better late than never. Absolutely. Now, while I'm thinking about it, and that particular song warrants giving her this camera because now that song is starting to catch the attention of my granddaughters. My 2 youngest ones.
Maybe I should surprise them by putting on my Rumi cosplay.
Oh boy.
You do that, and they're going to run around this house dressed the same
way. For my next appearance here.
She does. If she does that, and my granddaughters see it, Crystal and Carson, yeah, they're gonna be running around here with that same look. I guarantee that. Sports Byline is telling me we're running late, so we better get out. We better get out of here. Have a great day. God bless. Remember to make your next move your best move, and always remember, if your dreams don't scare you, y'all know they're simply not big enough. Dream big, do bigger. We are. We hope y'all are too. And our mission is Los Angeles in February. I'll explain later. So long, everybody. That will be the last time y'all will see that particular design of the Snowman in the Morning logo and the Snowman Multimedia logo, because kind of gave it a little refresh. Speaking of refresh, every intro on this program is going to get a refresh, and Jen is doing one of her own. God help us all. So long, everybody.
Hey, we need to